still single?
Oh! On the
Welcome back to Streamers Reloaded, my name is Tom, and let's just get right into the news. And first up we got the news from Ice Poison. So once again he is back. It seems that he's off his whole slump of not wanting to make any content at all. It's kinda nice to see, and the whole him thinking about quitting might go away, which would also be nice to see. From his first big stream when he got back, he told us at the start of his stream that he got evicted and that is why he's streaming outside.
You know, whatever the fuck, so don't worry about that, okay? If you're wondering why I'm outside, by the way, it's because I got fucking evicted again. So I'm sitting outside.
But here comes the big news from this stream. So in this particular stream, Hampton Brandon shows up. He sits down, starts chatting with Ice, and Ice here, who, by the way, just a reminder, is the creator of Hampton Brandon, made him popular, brought him onto the platform, starts putting Hampton down. And here what he's actually doing is confronting him about his behavior over the past few streams and from TwitchCon.
Okay, I saw what you did at TwitchCon, dude. You were like yelling at security. You're trying to fight security. You pushed some guy, dude. Come on. Okay, whatever. Let's be real.
What do you mean? Okay,
don't put yourself in that.
Why are you saying?
Why
are you speaking over me like you're? What?
For those who don't know, at Hampton Brandon at TwitchCon, went into TwitchCon, got kicked out, went back in again, got kicked out by full security, and then was arrested. This is a story from quite a while ago though. And so Ice is confronting him about his behavior over the time of his period of streaming, saying that everything he's doing here, it's not just for entertainment value, it is illegal. A lot of the times the things he's doing on stream, stealing, starting fights with people, just all this stuff is illegal. It's not even a joke. And well, this leads to Hampton, as we know his behavior is just crazy. He goes mad, he goes wild, and starts a fight with Ice on stream. Ice here, of course, he has a lot more to lose than Hampton Brandon does. He has sponsors, he has a lot more people that look up to him. Ice knows in this situation that he should not start this fight. It's just stupid. Anyway, this fight gets super aggressive.
I'm not gonna do something.
I'm waiting for it too.
I have shit to
I have way more than you. I have way more than you. Delusional.
Dude, get the fuck out.
You're fucking delusional as fuck, bro. You're delusional as fuck.
And as an outcome to this, the two have agreed to fight in the next UFC X, which for those who don't know what that is, UFC X is Ice Poison's version of UFC fighting. You know, it's in a controlled environment, so there's no risk of anything going completely wrong for the most part. But just to top it, after Ice finally gets him to leave, moments later as he's left and someone new has come onto the stream, which is another streamer from Twitch, known as the one and only Dragon, sits down to chat with him. And this is where Hampton Brandon comes back and starts calling Ice's ex-girlfriend.
Friend is a slide.
So go. I don't have a girlfriend. So go, then. So go.
UFC X2, look out for it, guys. Just how you. Just
all right, dude, go.
Content
go,
King.
go,
Content
dude,
King.
go, dude,
Content
go.
King.
Dude, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you now, bro.
Dude, go.
Now you got problems.
You need to
now
go.
You know you got problems, right?
You need to go, dude.
Now you got problems.
You need to go.
UFC X2.
You need to go.
UFC X2.
Okay.
UFC X2.
Go.
UFC X2.
Get the fuck out.
UFC X2.
Dude, you need to get
Set
the
it
fuck
up,
out.
pussy.
You need to get the
Delusional
fuck out of
Andy.
my life.
This brings me on to the next story, which I probably should have said before this one, but there you go. Ice Poison has finally broken up with his girlfriend, who was Caroline Burt. This is quite important information because the one and only Dragon has suddenly just shown up out of nowhere, or what at least seems like nowhere. And well, after this, the one and only Dragon and Ice has now been on a date. It seems to me like he just sort of got over Caroline a bit too quickly, and he's probably rushing into this one. But there you go, that's really it for Ice's news this week. He has a few other little bits, but I'm not going to cover them just because they're stupid. But just to summarize, on stream a random guy gave Ice a number to call, and this number turned out to be Caroline's after the breakup.
You know who this is, right?
I have no idea who this is. Who is this?
Someone gave you my number to call me.
Who?
Caroline.
Oh, well, shit. That's fucking
Hang
awful.
on.
As well as that, here's a clip of the one and only Dragon say she will fight Caroline in the next UFC X.
Caroline versus Dragon? I'd be down. I'd be down to do it. Tell him I'm down.
And now on to the real Twitch news. So the first big story from last week, about an hour after last week's episode came out, Tyler1 has officially been publicly unbanned. As a Twitch streamer, he received his ban 2 years ago, most likely down to toxic behavior. I couldn't find a legitimate reason on Google, but it's a pretty obvious guess. So he has now been publicly unbanned, which means from now on, if he receives mass reports from in-game, there will be a real human looking at the reports instead of him just getting a automatic ban like most games would. So the first big story that comes from Tyler's unban comes down to Mitch Jones, and he had this to say on stream.
I guarantee you, next stream of if Tyler1 hits 200K on his next stream, I'll suck a goddamn dick. I will literally suck a dick on fucking my free cams or some shit. It just won't happen. And
so coming on to Tyler1's first stream after a 2-month break, he hit 403,000 concurrent viewers, which is viewers that are there at any one given time, which means he didn't only beat what Mitch said, but he doubled what Mitch said. I'm not too sure how Mitch is going to back down out of this one. I'm sure he'll find a way though, but let's face it, he's not going to do what he said. As well as this, he has also beaten a record on Twitch. So the current record held by a streamer known as Faker, he's also a professional League of Legends player. Upon his first stream on Twitch, he hit 275,000 concurrent viewers, which means Tyler hasn't only just beat it here, he has beat it by a just crazy amount. Which brings me on to the next record he may or may not have beat. This one is also debatable. So we don't actually know how many subscribers is the record for one stream, but from Tyler's 10-hour stream on the 8th of January, being the first one back on League of Legends, he hit a total of 11,000 subscribers. Now, as you can see from this screenshot, the way this works is when someone subscribes, it makes an announcement in chat, and using the chat logs from his stream on the 8th of January, we can find that 11,000 people subscribed. Now, there's also a little bit of misleading stuff there as well, because as you can see on some lines, it says subscribe twice. This is if they resub or gift a sub. So if I was to guess, I would say around 8,000 to 6,000 subscribers is the correct amount, but it's still a crazy amount for one stream. This also means, I just worked it out, means he got 11 subscribers every 60 seconds. Coming into the 5th of January. First off, we got Polygon, who released an article about the Twitch IRL section. It's gonna go nowhere, it means nothing, but it is something if you're interested to read it. And then next up we got a Twitch stream who goes by the name Bonesaw McGraw Live. He's one of those people that has followed along with the whole Knuckles knowing the way meme, and he received a ban. The ban appears to either have been 24 hours or 3 days, and the reason as to why we don't know, but this is a VR player, so it could pretty much be anything. And then next up we have Mitch, who apparently on the 5th found out he got chlamydia. Now this is a bit debatable, as originally it was a thread on his Reddit page that got a lot of upvotes. Sodapoppin then talked about it on stream, and this was also just after Mitch and Mira got back together. Mitch says on Twitter that it's not actually chlamydia, but he just got an infection from not showering too often. But I believe what the Reddit page is saying here is that while Mitch and Mira are broken up, Mira got around a bit more than Mitch.
Was on it, but I heard that Mitch got chlamydia. Listen, people go on and on about like the whole blowjob machine in Mira. Mira's really hot. I'll say it to her face. She is. Sometimes a little cuckoo, but she's hot. I'll take chlamydia.
Coming on to the 7th, a Twitch streamer accidentally showed a dick on stream. He didn't receive a ban for it, which is actually kind of nice to find out. This blew up on Reddit, and normally when something like this blows up on Reddit, the Twitch streamer just gets a ban. So it's kind of nice to see that Twitch aren't taking small accidents and just banning the streamer, which can potentially wreck their career for it. Coming into the 8th, we have the start of AGDQ, which for those who don't know what that is, it's Awesome Games Done Quick, and it's a company that get a whole bunch of speedrunners that play a variety of different games, and they just stream them speedrunning the games. And as a part of this, any donation that goes in goes to charity. But the few little pieces of news that has come from AGDQ, first off, we got a guy who fell asleep being the only person in the crowd. He got kicked out, although kicked out probably isn't the way to say it. The security guard comes up to him, tells him, hey dude, you should probably go to sleep, although we don't know what he says, and then he leaves. And then we've got Forsen, who tried to host AGDQ after his stream was over, and he has now been banned from hosting AGDQ, which is quite strange. And then next up we have LIRIK, who just randomly decided to end his stream for the day. And well, LIRIK is one of those streamers that doesn't play with a webcam, so the only way we can really tell emotion is through his voice. And a lot of the time I can see it's quite hard to tell, you know, if he's annoyed, you can't just instantly tell. It takes a while of listening to him to tell that. And well, he decided to randomly end his stream, and then the very next day he announced on Twitter that he's going to be taking a little bit of a break from Twitch. But here's the clip.
Aww. I died. Fuck this game. I'm out.
What a nice guy.
Guys, I'm gonna call it here. I'll be on another day. Sorry, I really don't feel like streaming. Sorry, guys. I'll be back tomorrow or some shit, alright?
What a nice guy.
Sorry, dudes. You guys enjoy your night. Peace out, boys and grills. Bye-bye. I love you.
Coming into the 10th, we have 2 small bans and 1 really big one. So the 2 small bans are very simple. Lil Yachty, who was streaming on Twitch, put the N-word in his title and he received a 24-hour ban. And Destiny has received a 7-day ban for harassment against one of his friends he was talking to on Discord. And this final one is a big ban based on what actually happened, not the length. So CJ Ride, quite a big Twitch streamer, an IRL streamer, one of the IRL streamers that actually do IRL stuff. He lives in Taiwan and shows us around everywhere, and it's pretty cool what he does. In this particular stream, he was in a hot tub and there was 2 Taiwanese girls with him and there was 2 other guys. And in this particular stream, he hit a new record for 10,000 concurrent viewers on his own channel. And well, as a result of this, a Taiwanese news company came out with an article that the basis of it is that these 3 white men are devils and they're trying to corrupt these 2 Taiwanese girls, which is quite a leap from just a hot tub stream to these 3 people are trying to corrupt a country. This brings on to how he actually received the ban. Now, aside from the article on the website that is basically a hit piece from news companies, the same as the sort of thing that happened last year where he was littering and that story absolutely blew up. So the following information comes from the Twitch streamer CKKOS44444. He's one of the big Taiwanese streamers on Twitch, and this all comes down to how the chat and CJ was reacting to what was happening on this stream. So there's this emote on Twitch known as the easy emote, and this was being used around these Taiwanese girls on the stream quite a large amount. And because of it, it appears that CK is saying here that the way the chat were reacting to it, it was giving a really bad view of Taiwan. But CK does also make it clear that he's not after just white people or foreign people, but he wasn't happy with the way CJ didn't enforce telling his chat to stop what they were doing, which you'll find a lot of the time, unless the chat is doing something that will get a streamer banned that they know of, they generally won't do anything about it because trying to stop it just increases the chance of it happening even more. And because of it, this Taiwanese Twitch streamer CKKOS was telling his chat and his viewers to report CJ for the stream, and because of it, he has received a 3-day ban. Coming into the 11th, we only have 1 story from Forsen and PewDiePie, which in one of PewDiePie's latest videos he had this to say.
Running and embodying the memes of the Ugandan warriors, which comes from the streamer Forsen, another racist streamer. I mean, another Swedish streamer who does
What the?
videos.
What? What the fuck, dude?
I mean, another Swedish streamer. Then embodying the Ugandan Vine.
You actually did call me racist.
And
What the?
memes of...
And then for the final story of this week, we have Becca, who shared one of her sort of embarrassing stories on Twitch. Anyway, it's quite a funny one. Check out the clip.
I've had with like my mom is I was visiting her and we only had one bed, so we were sleeping in the same bed, and then I was young and I was going through puberty. I was just randomly really horny that night, and I thought she fell asleep, so I started fapping in the same bed as her, and maybe I was like shaking the bed or something, but I think she woke up and I couldn't like blue ball myself, so I just
And to finish off the video in leaked news, first off we got a Twitch streamer who goes by the name Olivia Simpson, who had a ton of her videos leaked. As well as that, we have Passionites, who is a streamer that very often just posts nudes on Snapchat. Her pictures have also been collected and put into an album. And that is it for the video today. I want to thank you for watching as normal, and I just want to cover one little thing, and that is a few weeks ago we had a vote on when I should make these videos, and it came down to when there was enough content available. So I started making videos during during the week, and the problem with during the week is I have a real life job as well as I do college on the side, which is none of your guys' problem, but it is my problem. And because of this, Sunday is the only day when I actually have a full day to make the videos. And I did see quite a few comments on backlash sort of from doing videos during the week. You quite like the videos as the end of the week roundup of what has happened on Twitch. So just for the meantime, while I'm sort of low on time, I'm going to continue just making these videos on Sunday unless I